Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. I should probably start right here on our boy Metal Cooler. So, Metal Cooler, alright? Big Daddy Metal Cooler. Now remember, this is not Metal Cooler, this is the Metal Cooler Army. So I do like them kind of using this naming convention here. This can set up the Wicked Bloodline team and the Coolers very well by doing this, right? There is an existing Metal Cooler army, the Int LR Metal Cooler army. I pulled them up here. I don't think we're going to be like just flying headway into Battlefield super easy A's at the moment. Let me just say, so I did... I mean, I have, over the years begun making playlists for, virtually everything. We do have a super easy A playlist. How many free-to-play LRs have super easy aid? Is it just Babidi and Goku? So we have LR Babidi, their 8th anniversary LR. I guess there is 1000 Day Goku, who's coming very soon, finally, to Global, by the way. Right, remember, this guy all year has just been sitting right here. And finally, he's going to be coming in a couple of weeks right here in this upcoming celebration. So that'll be good. And then it's just going to be... Oh, I guess I did forget about Goku Black as well. Who is the 5th anniversary character. And then, of course, we go back a little bit more. And we're going to get to Prime Battle Super Saiyan Goku. Yeah, I pulled up some of the Battlefield LRs. I saw people talking about it, like... Mecha Frieza and King Cold and the Metal Cooler Army. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be seeing those characters get super easy A's yet. I guess maybe more so I'm saying I hope that we're not. Because it's like, bro, for real, like, they gotta like, cut us slack for a little bit on Battlefield characters. That's just what I think. Like, let us catch up, man. But this is a Metal Cooler Army right here, which I think is going to be very good for us. The fact that its name is Metal Cooler Army. Because I think it's probably more likely that AGL Metal Cooler gets a super easy A rather than LR Metal Cooler gets his easy A in this celebration. I don't know. It's hard to say because remember, Metal Cooler is a Carnival LR. And Final Form Cooler is a Dokkan Fest LR. So... I think it's very likely that those 2022 worldwide characters probably don't even easy A in this celebration. Because, like, the Part 2 LR, I don't think is going to be a Carnival. It's going to be just a Yellow Coin LR. So that means, like, Metal Cooler, like, LR Metal Cooler is not going to be on it. Unless it's a new Carnival character. We'll see. Could they do, like, another... This is one of the worst things Dokkan has adapted, is they keep taking major EZA characters off of what would be like this guy's banner or what the Part 2 LR would be, and then they make it like its own separate banner, right? That is a major issue that they've done a couple of times this year. I guess I would have a fear of them doing that, and then having like Metal Cooler as like a separate, like LR Metal Cooler as like a separate Carnival banner. I don't know. So let's go through, and we do have and then there's King Cold as well, who of course will be useful. We do have kind of like the leader skill right here. I've pulled up a lot of characters that are in range to Easy A or Super Easy A, or even a character pulled up who I could say, I don't think this character will Easy A or Super Easy A right here. But this leader skill, as of right now, sucks ass. But it does have a ton of characters who are due up for Easy A or Super Easy A. Like, a ridiculous amount. One character I didn't pull up that I'm going to pull up really fast here is the oldest character that is not Easy A'd. This is the single oldest premium character who has not gotten an Easy A. It is, I guess at this point, it's definitely a little odd. I mean, this guy is over 5 years old. I mean, we're beginning to approach 6 years old for this guy. So many characters released years after this guy have Easy Aid, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. We're going to start to get to characters in this guy's same year who have super Easy Aid now before this guy even gets his Easy A. Now, one thing about him, maybe this is a bit of an issue, he is like a Frieza character, but, you know, he doesn't have the big, powerful links. Although, to be fair, like, Golden Frieza never has big bad bosses, which is stupid, by the way. So it's like, I don't know, maybe they're hesitant, like, they just don't know where to EZA this guy, because you probably want to EZA him with a Tournament of Power character, but like 11th Anniversary is pushing Realm of Gods, which Golden Frieza's not on, so that's why he didn't EZA there. So I don't know. This is one of the best TURs of all time, by the way. Kind of like a shadow, like under the radar best TUR of all time. People, I mean, because it's just so old, people forget about this guy, right? This physical angel Golden Frieza right here. But I don't think he's going to EZA. But you never know, right? You never know. We have this guy. This guy could easily super EZA right here. So Int UI Goku has super EZA'd, right? He is a full year after this guy. Based off of characters that have super EZA'd, by the way, it does look to me like they care. So like in terms of like, is a character going to super EZA or whatever? It looks to me like they care more about the character's original release rather than like the order that character is EZA'd in. Does that make sense to you guys? Like it's like they're going by original release order for like, you know, who's coming up for super EZA rather than the order that they EZA'd in. So that would then put a character like this guy up to the top of the list because, you know, for example, his contemporaries, the Super Saiyan 4s right here, they super EZA'd 9 months ago. These guys were, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is really good, and he was overhated as well. Damn, he was so good, we got in and out on this video. 36 minutes? This guy was kicking ass that hard that we were out of here in 36 minutes. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. 30, how do dude, I don't even, like, I watched some of my old videos, like, I was, you know, looking through some stuff, and I'm like, damn, dude, like, I used to be in and out quick, man. Whew, save myself some time compared to nowadays, huh? Alright, yeah, so Cooler could super EZA. He would be massive, by the way. And don't forget, both King Cold and Metal Cooler, I mean, they've got a lot in their kits with Wicked Bloodline characters, and specifically, I gotta pull this up fast. We gotta take a glance at this. This ability right here. So, this is a design philosophy. Int Beerus had this, right? And it allows us to dick around with AGL Champa and super EZA Tech Beerus and stuff. These massive buffs. This guy is, like, really going to be helping Cooler characters out a lot. Huge right here. So, and they give us any Coolers we can get in this celebration. It's going to be good. And there are several Coolers who could EZA or super EZA that aren't the LRs here, that are in range. AGL Metal Cooler. This guy would be a bit of a stretch, I think. But he would work so well. If they're not going to EZA the LR, and the more I think about it, the more I think they're not going to EZA the LR because of the type of celebration this is. This guy would be, I think, a fine, like, you know, okay, we get this guy instead. Remember, this guy's EZA, I remember being good, but his original release, he was, like, basically a legendary character. All Coolers are. They don't drop Coolers unless they're, like, all-time characters. Cooler is only allowed to be, like, a legendary character. It's got to be someone above, like, a lot of the Dokkan team. They're like, by the way, you remember what's in the contract. Oh, yeah, don't worry, Cooler. He's the best TUR. Don't worry. Right? Like, shit like that. Again, probably a bit of a stretch that this guy super EZAs because they do go by original release. And, I mean, what's the furthest Dokkan Fest TUR to super EZA? It's UI Goku by far, right? I guess, I mean, I could probably pull up the Misaka chart. Let me do that. But Metal Cooler is 7 months after UI Goku, so I don't know. Like AGL Metal Cooler, we're jumping way ahead. All right, chat in the hat. Here we go. So we have it in two categories here. We have kind of like Dokkan Fests. And then I guess we got the LR Prime Battle Gokus up there as well. So the characters that are colored in, these are characters who have super EZA. So yeah, here's the point about Final Form Cooler, right? Like it's, yeah, we got that. And then look at 2018. It's just Int UI. Oh, Int UI. Okay, but Misaka doesn't. Misaka counts Int UI. Oh, I guess this is just not updated to include Int UI. But Int UI has obviously, at this point, super EZA'd. Okay, so they're counting his original SSR release rather than in 2018. No, personally, I count Int UI as a 2018 character. So Int UI is actually right here in between Ginyu and Jiren. But look how far down Metal Cooler. Like, you see the amount of, and then here's Beerus and Whis who have Super Easy 8, right? The amount of characters we have to skip to get to Metal Cooler is staggering. So I don't think it's likely that this guy's Super Easy A's, but it'd be great if he did. We have this guy. Yeah, there's just no way. There's no way. This is a late 2019 character. There's no shot. For like a major celebration, if it was like GDC, I could maybe see them going way far ahead to like do like a super early Super Easy A, but not for like the June celebration. No way. So these two, I don't think will Easy A here, because of their status as Dokkan Fest LRs and Carnival LRs. I think it's much more likely that they will probably, like, Cooler. Okay. To me, this significantly increases the chance of, like, Frieza, like Namek Frieza or something, being one of these major LR slots coming up. This feels like you know what? I didn't tweet it out. I was going to tweet it out, and I feel fucking stupid for not doing it, because I could pull the tweet. It would have been made before this guy came out, and then I could reference it. But I was going to say, don't forget that a lot of times, you know, we're leading into what is going to be a big celebration, TDC Tanabata. I've talked about it many times. TDC sucked last year, but we're going back to the way the JP schedule used to be. So TDC / Tanabata is probably going to be incredibly great. It's going to be an amazing celebration, I think. So because of that, and because of the fact I think it's going to be an amazing celebration, a lot of times Dokkan has loved to do kind of stepping stones into these major celebrations. This feels like a piece for Namek Frieza. This what like it's, you know, think of like Mr. Toon Rami, who's like, you know, always doing like the superhero like references and stuff like that. Like this feels like one of the Infinity Stones for the Thanos gauntlet, right? Like that's what this is, like Metal Cooler. Like Metal Cooler is really good, but what his role is gonna be juicing probably, you know, TDC or GDC Frieza is what it might be. So I could see some of these characters easying, but they're probably saving these two for a big celebration, is what I would assume. And all four of these characters have not easyed of this 2022 worldwide, so keep that in mind. Next we have Turles here. Now, I mean, I guess this might be a bit of a quirky one. He is on the 220% though. I guess to be fair, that intro, man, Majin Vegeta's, I feel like that guy is pretty underrated because people just hate his intro condition so much. Hopefully with Turles, they do kind of just like actually make this, like, what if we just make this like a super class enemy? That would be like so sick, right? Like just to kind of help that out. Think of how broken Turles would be if we're able to use that intro as he Easy A's. But Turles is in range. This guy could be an Easy A in this celebration. I think it could work, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. This could work, but we'll see if it works. Oh, this guy could potentially be a festival demon as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, Daddy loves festival demons. So we'll see if physical Turles Easy A's. Tech Golden Frieza. I think this is a very realistic Super Easy A right here. Just getting us another Wicked Bloodline option would be good. I'm sure we'll probably be using LR Golden Frieza a little bit, but I think the team is so weak that LR Golden Frieza, he's going to have issues. Some of these characters, we're going to have issues for sure. But I think that this Tech Golden Frieza, he could get a Super Easy A, and I think this guy could be quite good. I think he could be quite the option for us to run on a Metal Cooler team here. This guy would be very helpful. Hopefully this guy does get a Super Easy A. I have AGL Turles pulled up as well. So remember, we looked at the chart, right? In my opinion, I think Int UI should be placed right here. And then here's Turles right there, right? So yeah, Turles, AGL Turles, Super Easy A, maybe. Remember, I've called the Super Easy A mechanic really like it's a villain saving mechanic. Is what Super Easy A is. Like, you know, we get some good, like, super class, super ECAs, awesome, right? UI Goku is great. I do think Trunks probably a little under the radar. This blue Vegeta, we've gotten great. Damn, blue Vegeta's gonna hit 100K, dude. Damn. This blue Vegeta, 100K? This is what I'm talking about. Like, the 11th anniversary was, like, not that good. But, like, look at the interest during the anniversary, right? Like, it's like, well, like, a lot of players who, like, you know, are just, like very casual, like, in the in-between months or something like that, they come back for these major celebrations. It is important that Dokkan hits the major celebrations. It's very important. You got to hit those major celebrations when players are back on the game, right? Because then it's like, yeah, look at this Majin Vegeta. Like, 42K right there. If he dropped there in the 11th anniversary, this would probably be a 100K character, right? Like, it's just a matter of, like, what, like, the interest is in the game at the time. So, it's interesting to think about. But yeah, I mean, we've had some good super class, super ECAs, right? You know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is very good. Dude, these villains, man. Like, Buhan was crazy. Cell was crazy. I did really like Beerus. Beerus was a super class, super ECA. Really liked him. This Broly was good. Kid Buu was crazy. Kid Buu was nuts, dude. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks was good. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. So, yeah, AGL Turles could super EZA, and his support could really be quite good. Then we have this character. So, I don't necessarily think they're going to EZA here, but this is also a character who's on the 220% for Metal Cooler, right? They are. Super 17. They could EZA this character to help Metal Cooler's team. This would also help Android 16's team. I probably am going to do the Whis Equip video for Android 16 today. Probably. Yeah, I think so. But we'll see. Super 17. Android really does need a pillar character, though. Like, I think Android 16 is actually, like, way, like, underrated. I think I had a hand on that too. I think Android 16 is much more than people give him credit for. It's just like the Bio Broly level damage can crack him. You know, like, I mean, as it does a lot of characters, right? But the problem with the Android team is definitely going to be their HP. We'll see with this character. I don't think they're going to EZA, but they're in range. Boo, by the way, Super Boo, is also on the 220% for Metal Cooler. Super Boo is on the 220%. So it's like we have several of these 2023 kind of like, I don't know. I want to call them like floppy disks. Turles, Kale, Super Boo, 17 and 18, right? These just kind of like the reason people like really were anti 2023 Dokkan, and I mean, I still think it's the worst year. I mean, 2026 could get there, but I mean, we have quite a bit of time left to see how this year shakes up. If limited time content is done, that I think does probably close the window on 2026 potentially being worse than 2023, but who knows? I mean, the way so think about 2025. Like the start of the year characters were iffy with like kind of like weird kits, stuff like that. They ended up being very power crept by the GDC power creep switch. But like the first half of 2025 characters not that great. The second half of 2025 characters were amazing. 2022 was like that too. Maybe 2026 could be a year where the first half of the year the characters are incredible, and the second half of the year the characters suck. I don't know if we've had a year like that before yet though. But I mean, you never know, right? But I don't think Super Boo will EZA here, but he's in range, so I felt like I should pull him up. Here's a character I don't think that this character or this character, these two, I saw some people tweeting about them. I don't think so, because these are Battlefield LRs that have already EZA'd. So these guys would need to super EZA. I'm very skeptical. I guess, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if one of them did. This could be cool, because, again, I'm really excited about the prospect of buffing these categories before we get the Dokkan Frontier for it, right? So please, spam Saiyan Saga, Buu Saga, Android Cell Saga, all this shit, right? Like, to make Dokkan Frontier way less frustrating once we get to it. Absolutely. But King Cold and Mecha Frieza. People have talked about Mecha Frieza potentially being the Part 2 LR. I could see it, right? Yellow Coin LR. I don't think it's going to be Goku and Vegeta from the Metal Cooler movie, do we? Some type of Goku Vegeta? Nah. I would rather it be Mecha Frieza, for sure. Yeah, I definitely. But I don't think these two will. But this guy could definitely Super EZA. First Form Frieza. I could see it. I could really see it. And this would also... Dude, this would... Oh my god, it'd be so good for Dokkan Frontier. As we're finishing Dokkan Frontier off, to have this guy be way better. Right? I just like... It's... Damn, man. Dokkan Frontier is so frustrating to me because they just made the worst possible choice with Namek Saga, and they have not been buffing it at all. They've given it nothing. They want us to struggle through it and not have fun, right? They've given Namek Saga nothing besides the Dokkan Frontier free-to-play characters. That's all they've done, right? Which is so silly to me. So dropping this guy as like a powerful Super EZA, a real strong character on Metal Cooler's team, and then also could dominate Dokkan Frontier, I think would be incredible. So again, guys, I am sitting here thinking these guys will not, at this moment, I'm thinking these guys won't EZA in this celebration. But we will see what's going to happen. Let's look out for the banner and see which characters are featured on the banner. Is like, you know, Tech Golden Frieza or AGL Turles, are they going to be on the banner? Is Physical Turles going to be on the banner? Or AGL Metal Cooler or Physical Final Form Cooler? Which one of those types of characters might be there, right? So we'll keep an eye out for that. So let me know what you guys think. There's a lot of potential characters that could EZA to be impactful additions to Metal Cooler's team. Quite honestly, he does need a lot of help. I mean, if we just look at this, this is not good. This is not going to be a winning team right here. This is fucking brutal. So it's like, we're going to need a lot of help to drop. Actually, Mira is going to be a staple on this team at the start right now. Because we're running full villain. So he'll be at full power. Yeah, we're going to have to rock with Mira. Absolutely, dude. There's just not that many good characters, right? Mira's strong, so that's good. We could use Garlic Jr. We'll use Golden Frieza. And then it's like, I guess we got to dick around with, like, Baby. Brother, I use Baby, and he just, all he does is die. So that's going to be, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. All right, guys, so let me know what you guys think. Metal Cooler Army, and a lot of potential EZA characters who could be coming.